If you feel like you're constantly picking up after your child's messes, then you might be in need of a parenting pep talk like a laser beam. We are zapping the very specific problems with this summer series because let's face it, there are some things in parenting that will make you go. Yeah, they'll make you go. And having a constant mess around the house definitely lives at the top of the list. Studio 5 parenting contributor Heather Johnson is here. It's sometimes comical, and I know you can meet me here, where I'm walking around the house collecting items that don't belong anywhere near where they've landed, like shoe, underwear. I mean, I could, right? And you can just make this loop around the house and the messes just compound, especially in the summer with more bodies home.
Well, and I'm always surprised how all of those things that don't belong all end up on the kitchen counter.
Thank you.
That's the one where I come in and look at the counter and think, how in the world did these things get here? Yes,
I like
absolutely.
to yell, who is your mother? Who was in charge of this ship? Because she did not authorize any of this to be here. What do we do about the summer messes,
Okay,
Heather?
you're not gonna like this. It's really tricky. Okay, first, kids make messes.
Yes.
They do that, they make messes, right? It's how they're creative, it's how they explore. So we do have to wrap our brains around the fact that if you have kids who are involved in lots of things in your home, how cool is that? It's pretty cool that they're having these experiences.
Of course.
Now, the part that gets tricky is if you want it to be different, we have to hang out with them and teach them how to do it different.
Okay.
And that's the part that sometimes gets tricky,
that.
right? We have in our minds, hey, you guys shouldn't do any of these things. I should be able to do all this stuff I need to do, and you should be figuring this out on your own.
Or I should be able to holler, pick up, and it just happens
and
Mary Poppins style.
No, it doesn't happen like that. So there are lots of things we can do, like get rid of half of your toys, because if there's messes everywhere, there's probably too many options for them. We can do a couple 10-minute pickups real quick, a couple times a day. We need to be working with them, though. But more importantly, if we want this to change, we want to be interacting and playing with them so that we teach them right on the spot, hey, let's put the peanut butter and jelly away, and then we'll go ahead and get this out. And let's put the blocks away, and then we'll go ahead and get the puzzles out. So if you want some change, we're gonna have to step it up and hang out with them and teach them as they go so that it becomes a part of how they think and function.
You sort of highlighted the two strategies on the table. One is like throughout the day, the 10-minute pickups, clean as we go. The other is just let the bomb blow, and then at the end of the night, you just sweep it all up. Is there a right or a wrong? Probably the paste.
Paste probably works a little bit better. For kids, it's pretty overwhelming. And plus, you're gonna get a lot more buy-in from a child when any age, including probably adults, when you say, hey, this is gonna be 5 minutes instead of the bomb blew up, and so I'm gonna need 45 minutes of your time. Very different.
Little kids are playing with their toys. The big kids just wanna play with their friends. For teenagers in particular, this means I want friend time, lots of friend time, only friend time. That can feel a little frustrating for the older parents. Any advice there?
Yeah, it can feel frustrating. It's really great also, though, because this is the time when they explore friendships, and we want them to have those friendships. It's where they gain their independence and when they figure out who they are. So we want them to gain their independence, but we also want to have our own rules that we need to uphold. So the where, the when, with who, the what you can do, those do need to be put in place. But we want to make sure we don't make it about us. They're not choosing friends over us. And we want to be so excited that they're out doing those things. Now then, we want to realize that our responsibility when we have teenagers who are out playing with friends is to renegotiate our interactions with our kids.
Okay.
So we just want to look and say, okay, you're going to spend more time with them. It's a time and season for you to do that. How then can I modify so that I'm still interacting with you in new ways that make sense at this time or stage of our relationship? And that's what you want to do. You want to make sure there's regulations, though, right? We don't become taxi drivers all the time. We have to regulate some of those things, but they want to be playing with friends, and that's how they develop those relationships. So we want to be excited that they have good friends to play with.
And be willing to renegotiate, as you said, our role and
in that relationship, those interactions. They're going to look a little bit different.
All right, Heather, thank you.